Hey everyone, Marlon from 1995, and it's time for my trailer analysis and breakdown and review. And I'm glad you all liked my trailer reaction. I actually gained a lot of new subscribers for it. So if you're new and you're watching now, then welcome. I'm going to talk about a lot of Transformers on this channel. So anyways, let's look at this, do a little breakdown. Thanks to Nelson of michaelbay.com, I was able to acquire a 1080p download. So let's look at it. Alright, so this first scene we have Lockdown, and we have this giant ship in the back. Now, I say it's Lockdown because it's the most logical choice. It kind of has the same shape and everything that we've kind of seen from the clapperboard pic that we saw a while ago, and you can kind of see the actual blades on his shoulders and everything. And it seems like Lockdown and Optimus are going to be going at it in Texas. So they're going to be battling each other on this long stretch of road, and there's this giant ship here, and this is most likely, I think, Lockdown's ship that we've been hearing about, and it's just massive ship. It looks like they kind of tried to minimize their CGI work on this by doing all the smoke and everything, which I think is good, and that kind of makes it look kind of more menacing and everything. So it's a really cool shot. I feel really sorry for the people that live there. If it's not Kate and Tessa, of course, but that'd be kind of strange looking out the window and seeing a giant spaceship and a Transformer walking down the road. Alright, so we'll move on to the next shot here. And there's Nicola Peltz looking lovely. And there's Mark Wahlberg. He's Cade, and he will be playing Tessa's dad. Nothing really too much to talk about in these two shots. And then we have Optimus here, and he kind of looks mad. He looks like something's about to happen. Something big is about to happen. You see, actually, real quick, I did not notice this until about the 10th viewing of this TV spot. You do actually notice that Tessa is underneath him on the ground. And so Optimus, he's looking forward. He's probably looking at Lockdown, or maybe that other character that we're going to talk about in a second. And he's really mad about something. So I'm guessing something big happened, or Optimus is seeing all this, and he's just something big's going to happen here. And this is all so far probably part of the same scene, or same sequence. And then, alright, so now you got Lockdown here. This is Lockdown. It's not Galvatron. It's not any other character that's been going around the web. This is Lockdown in this shot. See, he has the shoulder spikes again. And what's really interesting, as I move forward a little bit, his face turns into a gun, which is, whoa, that was not expected. But and I'm hearing some complaints about this whole gun thing, the face turning into a gun, but I don't get it, because it's the same people that have been saying there's not enough G1 stuff in the movies, and Megatron turned into a gun completely, and I think that was kind of laughable. I think the face turning into a gun, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's really different. Not something I would have thought of, but it's very interesting. I love the design of Lockdown. He looks very menacing, even for his small size. I mean, he's only a Lamborghini. He's probably going to, that's the same kind of car size as, Bumblebee or Crosshairs or, those type of guys. So the gun face, really cool. See, he's got a green laser pointing out of his head, to aim, and it just looks awesome. Awesome design. And now he shoots Optimus here. A couple things to talk about in this scene. This shot right here, if it was up to me, I would not put this shot in the Super Bowl teaser, because it just looks way too unfinished. No shadowing. Everything kind of seems more bright and cartoony, and it doesn't look nearly as complete as the other ones. I mean, you could tell that the other ones aren't complete either, but this shot, obviously not done. I think they just wanted to make a wow factor of, wow, Optimus is being shot straight through his chest, which is another interesting thing to point out. Optimus just got shot through his chest. You actually, if you pause it, you actually see the bullets going straight through. So, very interesting there. I mean, he obviously doesn't die, because first of all, they would not show that in a Super Bowl spot, and second of all, he does show up in Hong Kong, as we've seen from filming, and then later on he shows up in this trailer too, as probably an event that takes place after this. Okay, and then also, we have this another Transformer here, but it's underneath Optimus laying down on the road. And this Transformer, it could be a couple people, it could be the Chevy Sonic, because we have seen, you know, him in the Texas scenes. But I think more likely it's this Transformer that we're about to see in a couple of shots. That's rumored to be Galvatron now. It was Ultra Magnus, but it seems like that might be unlikely. I'll explain in a second. But there is a Transformer. It's under Optimus. I think Optimus might be about to blow the deal. He's about to kill him, and so I think Optimus is about to kill him here. He's about to deal the final blow, and Lockdown just comes and shoots him in the back and probably captures him after that. So I love this whole environment. It kind of reminds me of the forest battle, except not forest, more of like an openness. But I think the Texas scenes are going to be really cool. I can't wait to see those. So yeah, excuse me. As you see, here's another shot of Optimus being shot, and it just looks very incomplete. You see the parts flying off of him are not textured that well, in my opinion, yet, and this shot's not ready. But in the movie, this is going to be a cool shot when it's completely done. It looks really awesome. Prepare. Alright, now this guy, it has to be the Freightliner truck, which goes against every single hypothesis that I've made thus far. This is not going to be Ultra Magnus, definitely. It's definitely a Decepticon, and if not a Decepticon, then just a bad Transformer. I don't really know how the Decepticon storyline is going to go this time, if they are Decepticons or they're just their own subgroup. But this guy is massive looking, and he's got like the whole chest thing kind of like in Pacific Rim. And I mean, the design looks awesome. I mean, this shot is a little bit more completed. Still not perfect. I don't think there's really enough shadowing yet. And it looks a little bit too squeaky clean. But, you know, still work in progress. This scene was actually filmed at the GM Proving Grounds. I remember when this was shot. I actually remember the whole Autobot group being there, of, you know, Optimus and Bumblebee, Hound, Crosshairs, and Drift. They were all here. And what's interesting is that since it's the GM Proving Grounds, I have a feeling that this actually might be a scene that's in the movie, the GM Proving Grounds, because you obviously have the well-defined Chevy, you know, that the robot is about to destroy. So I have a feeling this is at the Chevy Proving Grounds in the movie, like they actually say this is at the Proving Grounds, because another thing is that this is like a 5-lane road. Which, first of all, you don't see too often, and second of all, it's one way, and there is no sign of another road of cars going the other way. And there's only one car there, so I have a feeling it's at the GM Proving Grounds, and the Chevy, yeah. So, yeah. And then, we'll go forward here. I mean, he just has this really menacing look on his face, especially when he kind of cuts this car in half. And this car, actually, remember, we have seen a photo of it before. We had Optimus, Drift, and Crosshairs all driving up to a torn-in-half red car, and it looks like it was at the GM Proving Grounds. And this is the car that is torn in half. I don't know if this car has any significance. If we go forward here to where we see a close-up of the car, it's really hard to tell if there is somebody in that car. Maybe this is a Transformer testing his driving skills, I don't know, but it's probably just a regular car. We've seen a lot of Chevy, I forget what they're called, in Hong Kong. We saw like 10 of them going with the Freightliner truck. So Chevys are back in this movie, you know, of course. But really cool shot here. I love how he just saws this thing straight in half. Really cool looking. Another thing with the whole flashing and everything, the reason why I really like this trailer, or the teaser, I mean, is it's my editing style for like when I make videos. I do all the flashes and I mix the flashes with the music and everything. And I just feel like if I were given these clips and you know, and the same music, that it would kind of come out pretty similar. You know, not exact, of course, but and then here we have some giant spaceships that look absolutely awesome. I mean, I love the designs of these things. They're cool. They're kind of like this circular thing in the back, and they're kind of got this orange stripe on it. And they just look really cool looking. Who knows who these are? Are they Decepticon ships? Are they Lockdown's fleet? Really don't know, but they just look cool nonetheless. And we'll move forward, and there is Mark Wahlberg again. And then, now this scene, this is really cool. Classic Transformer shot here. Just explosions, 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 and we have the main cast running straight in the middle of it. We have Jack Rayner, Nicola Peltz, and Mark Wahlberg as Shane, Tessa, and Cade. And they are just running through these explosions that seem to be coming out of absolutely nowhere. I really wonder what's happening in this scene. Is there a Transformer here? What is going on? You know, maybe are they going to be putting a Transformer like right in the middle of this, and they're chasing them? And maybe that's just, they haven't added that yet. I mean, that happened in the Revenge of the Fallen trailer when in the Super Bowl spot for Revenge of the Fallen, when they showed Lennox like pointing in front of the tank. It was just him, but in the movie there was Ratchet in the background. So I have a feeling that maybe a Transformer is going to be in that middle area, and he's going to kind of be shooting off to the side, which would mean he really has bad aim. But yeah, it looks awesome. I mean, this shot really looks cool. And there's a more closer up image. Jack Rayner has quite a funny face. Kind of laughed when I screenshotted that. It's kind of funny. And then for Extinction, everyone knew that "Prepare for Extinction" was going to be the tagline for this. It was just too obvious. Alright, now I'm going to try and pause this right on. Okay. I kind of missed it. I missed it again. Really quick to... Okay. So here we have Optimus Prime and Lockdown. Optimus Prime is dangling by his feet, and he is like in this torture chamber type thing, and Lockdown is there, and he's interrogating him, and, you know, Lockdown, he seems like a awesome character. I mean, he looks great. He has kind of like a hook or spear type thing coming out of his wrist, and that is, you know, of course, in animated, he had that hook. So nice little nod there. And, you know, Optimus just dangling. He does have his new design in this shot, so this does take place after his little transfer of modes. I'm guessing this is after he gets shot as well. So Lockdown looks really cool. I mean, he's going to be a great character, and he's featured a lot in the Super Bowl teaser. So that's, I mean, you know, in the Super Bowl teaser for Transformers Dark of the Moon, you really didn't see that many. Actually, you didn't see any major Decepticons, if I recall correctly, just kind of minor ones. I think you saw Laserbeak and the Driller. I'm not sure if it was anybody else. I'd have to go rewatch it. But this really cool shot here. This whole shot is CGI. They're probably in Lockdown's ship. Looks really cool. It just looks great. And then now, for the guy who's going to steal the show in this movie, we have Crosshairs, who is the green Corvette Stingray, and he is just all, I mean, I don't know how to explain this scene. I mean, he comes in, he swoops in with parachutes, swings back, has his trench coat flowing in the back, he's got machine guns shooting down Decepticon drones. I mean, that's just an awesome shot. Looking at his design a little bit, He has that trench coat, which, you know, people are thinking, well, it's metal. How does a trench coat flow and stuff? Well, you know, they're an advanced alien race. I think they can find a way to make their body parts bend in such a way, or their trench coats or whatever. Not that big of a deal, because it looks awesome. I love the design. And he's got those little goggles, look really cool. I feel like this guy's going to be a fan favorite, definitely. Just a lot of action happening in this shot. As you see, these Decepticon drones that were in Transformers Dark of the Moon are back. I don't know if they're going to be driven by Decepticons, by Autobots, by humans, maybe. You know, a lot of them crashed, landed, and everything. You know, maybe some humans got their hands on them, and, you know, tried to, you know, get them going again. So, this really cool shot. I love the parachutes, but it looks great. Alright, so, here's Tessa, and she seems to be in this car, and, now there is something that's holding her, that's over the car, that, I'm guessing it's some type of netting, or I don't know. I mean, I'd say that'd be my guess, but it's some heavy netting, definitely. And then, now, this shot, the way she said Dad, I wasn't thrilled with it. It's not awful, I mean, but felt a little weak. I mean, you know, after, you know, watching it over again. But, you know, I mean, it's one shot, one scene, one word. I mean, hopefully, you know, her acting will be good. I mean, I've heard she's been good in Bates Motel. I haven't watched that, but I've heard, you know, she's been good in that from, you know, people that have, you know, I've heard. But, anyways, yeah, just not too thrilled with the way she said Dad, but maybe in the context of the movie it'll sound better, because this was actually the first speaking part of this spot, so it was kind of seemed maybe a little bit out of place. You know, it's like music, epicness, and Dad, so, you know, maybe that is what's making it seem kind of iffy, but I think that she's going to do good in this movie, and, you know, I mean, topping Rosie Huntington-Whiteley is going to be pretty easy. I mean, I hate to say it, but, you know, I mean, at least, you know, Nicola Peltz has acting experience when, you know, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley didn't at all. She just, you know, walked up and down on stages and did commercials and stuff. There were really no acting was needed. But, I mean, not to say that Rosie didn't do well, but, you know, it could have been better, especially that part was sound. Actually, I'm getting off topic. But anyway, yeah, so there's that scene. And then here is Mark Wahlberg and Jack Rayner, Cade and Shane, and there's something going on here. I'm guessing this is the ship is causing all this commotion in the air and all this debris. You actually see a flipped car in the background, and they are running towards something. I don't know if I'm guessing they're running towards Tessa, because in a moment here, Cade is going to yell Tessa, and so Jack Rayner, you know, he's this race car driver boyfriend, and this, I'm guessing, is early on in the movie, these Texas scenes, because I'm guessing that's where they live. So this is probably, I'm guessing this is not too far after Cade finds out about all this thing between his daughter and her boyfriend. And then here's Mark Wahlberg, and he is about to punch something. I have no clue what he would want to be punching. Maybe it's Harold Attinger. Maybe he is going to be punching an old guy. I don't know. He could be, I don't know. You know, actually, come to think of it, I'm actually really surprised that sword that Mark Wahlberg was carrying was not in this Super Bowl spot. I would think that would be something that they would want to put in here. But it just dawned on me, but it's not in here. Alright, so now we have this shot. We have Optimus Prime, and he is diving in to save whoever is in the Chevy Sonic. And as you see, there are those SUVs in the background that were chasing the Sonic that we saw in filming. And so much to talk about in this scene. So Optimus is diving in to help out here. This is why I do think also that it's an Autobot. and he does have his old design. He has the design from the first trilogy, so there will be a point in the movie when Optimus Prime changes forms from, you know, what he was in, you know, the first trilogy to his, you know, new design. Actually, let me go and replay this real quick. I want to try and look at something. Alright, so he does have his arm, it looks like. So his arm has been reattached at this point, and he still has not switched modes yet. So good job, Ratchet. And then Ratchet, you know, he's, you know, was spotted once in filming with, you know, some bullet holes, and he was kind of dirty and stuff. So I would expect him, if he was going to be in this movie, to be in these Texas scenes as well. Maybe to end up being killed by Lockdown, now that I come to think of it. But, you know, this is the old design by Optimus. Now, this shot looks pretty much done with CGI. It looks pretty clean. It looks pretty polished, especially because of, you know, probably the old model that they used as well. Alright, so now here, this is Hong Kong. Well, it's technically Detroit, but it is Hong Kong. I do remember all these signs and buildings. And so, giant explosion happening here, and there's Bumblebee, our first look at Bumblebee in CGI form. And he is jumping for his life. And one thing I'm worrying about is I hope they do disguise Detroit as Hong Kong well in the movie and kind of use movie magic to make it really seem like a part of Hong Kong and not kind of seem separated from when they actually filmed in Hong Kong. Because it is Detroit, and, you know, it was kind of mocked up to be, you know, the different country. So I hope they do blend that in quite well. You know, it's kind of hard to tell if they've done that yet. So Bumblebee here he is, you know, jumping, and he is trying to jump away from the explosions. And then this next shot, whoa, he's jumping not towards just anything, he is jumping towards Strafe, the Dinobot. The two-headed Dinobot. That is quite something. Strafe is technically Swoop, so Swoop has two heads in this, even though he does have a different name. Now, Swoop is my favorite Dinobot, so I'm a little disappointed that he has two heads, but it's not killing me, because technically it's not even Swoop anyways. It is Strafe. He's a different character, technically speaking. But I mean, the design looks cool. I mean, you know, finally we have a flying Autobot. I try not to count Jetfire because, you know, he was technically a Decepticon. So we have a flying Autobot finally, even though it's, you know, a Dinobot. It's really cool here. Let's see this poster here in the background. I remember seeing that so much from filming pictures. And just go a little bit forward here, get a bit of a roar from Strafe there, and there are supposed to be dino, like actual robot modes, judging from the toys, and if that's true, then I do love the robot mode for Strafe. I really do hope that they have robot modes. Now Strafe, now compared to the size of Grimlock, who we're going to see in a second here, he is definitely smaller, a lot smaller. And I think he would be maybe having just a slightly larger sized alt mode, I mean robot mode than Optimus Prime. It doesn't seem like he's too much more massive, and plus the wings make him look bigger, and those could probably contract pretty good. And then here's the money shot, which I skipped by. Alright, so here we have Grimlock. And we have Optimus Prime riding Grimlock, and he is wielding a sword. And this is, looks like Wulong National Park, where they actually did some reshoots, so that's interesting. And Grimlock, he has some horns. Yeah, I get it. Grimlock didn't have horns in G1. Get over it. But he looks great. I mean, something interesting I've noticed from a couple of different viewings is in the back here, under Optimus Prime's sword, you kind of have like a skeleton-looking part here. And you can maybe see that a little bit more in the next shot too. It does look like it's open, so it looks like he partly is skeletal. And now he looks fairly different from the promotional material that we've seen so far. No yellow, You might be able to see a little bit of goldish color on his nose. I don't know if they're going to be making him look more like the promotional material that we've seen so far, if they're going to be adding in some yellow goldish color. I would like them to. I mean, it wouldn't kill me if they didn't, but I would like to see some yellow on Grimlock, make him look more unique instead of just a you know, a plain blackish color. Red eyes, that's something interesting. And Optimus, this is a very good look at his design. He looks pretty awesome. And here is a great shot of Grimlock and Optimus going through this wall. And see, he couldn't just walk around the wall, because that would be boring. He has to just ram through it and, you know, cause havoc. So he goes through here, and Optimus has his shield that we've seen on the toy. And Grimlock is just a massive, massive guy. And, you know, I love the design. Great design for Grimlock. See, a lot of people are thinking that maybe he doesn't have a robot mode. I think that he will. And as my camera just stopped recording because I've been talking so long. But that's pretty much all I have to say. And then anyways, and then there's the title. And June 27th, of course. And just great teaser for the movie. Hopefully we get a trailer soon. And my final verdict is I loved it. I went back and I watched the Dark of the Moon Super Bowl spot, and I actually just thought this was 10 times better. A lot more action-packed, I think, and great. I loved it. Loved it. Remember, the CGI is not finished, so those worrying about that, don't worry about it. There probably is going to be maybe a little bit of a different style to the CGI, it seems like, but you know, it will look a lot better than it is now. The cartoonish look will kind of go away some more as they add in, you know, like some more detailed stuff. So June 27th in Real D 3D and IMAX 3D. Can't wait. I can't wait to do another trailer reaction video when the theatrical trailer comes out, or a teaser trailer before that. Don't know what's going to happen. And that is just about it of my trailer review and analysis. Awesome, as you have seen from my trailer reaction video that I did. So anyways, I am Marlon1995, and I will see you guys next time.